So whether you're new to this beautiful game of golf or been playing years like I have, you'll have days where golf feels like a real challenge. And there's a lot of information out there about the golf swing, but today's video, I'm going to show you how easy the golf swing really can be. So in this week's Friday Fix, as ever, powered by PlayersFuel, I'm going to talk about how when we play golf well, I think most golfers will agree that everything feels fairly simple as we set up. Swing feels solid, and even if the shot's not perfect, we get a good strike, the ball's down there, and there's not really a lot to think about. Then we go other end of the scale when we're struggling, and all of a sudden, golfers stop keeping it simple and start thinking about everything. So they'll get over the golf ball and it'll be right, I need to get my club into checkpoint 1, then feel that my wrists hinge, then I turn my shoulders, then I move my weight, rotate my hips, unhinge my wrists, release the golf club. And I've been there, you know, it's becomes such a challenging game when you're standing over the golf ball, 101 things going through your head, and you're standing there, and the swing feels horrible, the strike goes, you can hit the ball all over the place, and definitely the more you think about, the worse the shots tend to get. But that makes it even more challenging because then you say, well, I wasn't doing any of those things well. So I'm going to talk about how we can make the golf swing into an incredibly simple and natural movement. So when you look at the golf swing face on, the simplest form of the swing is that club head moving in a circular motion. So half a circle back, full circle round. Now, obviously, because you stand to the side of the golf ball, the angle that the circle's on is on a tilt, so it creates a path or a direction through impact, and where that club face points is hugely important. But before we talk about how we're going to influence where the golf ball goes, if you are somebody who's struggling with their swing, the first thing I want you to do is just focus on the club head movement around your body. And we're just simply going to try and get the club to draw half a circle on the way back, full circle on the way through. No other thoughts, just feel it, picture it moving around your body. And I do this most of my lessons, the guys that are struggling when they come and see me. And the first thing they'll say is how the rhythm improves, how good the golf swing feels. And you definitely do lots and lots of swings without the ball, thinking of that club head, making that full circle, and then just start hitting a few shots and get some feedback. And again, most guys will say how incredibly simple that feels, and all of a sudden you'll just see some amazing golf shots. Now, what I would say is, one of the reasons I think a lot of golfers struggle is not just because of the amount of swing thoughts that they've got going on, but also they're too worried about what the ball's going to do. So when you can really focus on moving that club in that circle around the body, obviously the ball just gets in the way at the bottom of the swing. Now, the shot I've just hit there was very, very straight, particularly if you watch my videos, you'll agree with that. So if we just look at some numbers there and help understand why the ball's gone as straight as it has, and then if your golf ball, when you swing in that circle, is not going straight, I'm going to run through a little drill that can help you improve one of the key factors to hitting the ball more accurately. So we can see that last shot I've hit there. The low point of my golf swing was 3 inches ahead of the golf ball. The path the club was moving was absolutely dead straight, and the club face was 0.3 degrees close to the path. So the holy grail of a straight shot would be 0 path, 0 face. So you can see there, that was amazingly close to that, even though I wasn't trying to do that. So what you will generally see, or what I will generally see with most golfers, is even when they start swinging the club, just thinking about making a circle, the shot you will tend to see with most golfers is this one. So you can see that one shaping from left to right. We saw the club path there, minus 12.5 degrees, so that's 12.5 degrees out to in. The club face 7.5 degrees open, but the good news was the low point was 6.3 inches ahead. Now comment below and let me know, is that the shot you hit on a regular basis? Because if so, this next little bit we're going to work on is going to be absolutely fantastic for you. So we're going to pop a golf ball into its normal position. And we're going to pop a tee down inside the golf ball, but in front of the ball. And we're going to put a tee behind the ball and outside the line the ball would be on. Now I'm going to then move the ball out of the way. But if our circle was dead straight at the bottom, the club would move through that gate. But somebody who swings out to in will definitely hit one of those tees or both of those tees. So what I want you to practice is set up and then feel like you're going to swing that club through that gate. And you can see there, that would be much more from the inside. So the beauty is, if you can get that feel when there's no ball there, we're then going to just think of the club head again, drawing that circle, but drawing the circle more to the right on this shot. So we can see that ball curving to the left, granted very exaggerated for now, but we could see the club path 7 degrees from the inside and the club face 9 degrees closed. Now if you're a slicer of the golf ball, particularly in practice, you won't mind hitting a few shapes like that. So again, set up, swing that circle to the right, through that gate. So that one's still shaping from right to left, not as exaggerated. My path still 7 degrees from the inside. My low point 2.2 inches ahead on that one, which was better. The club face slightly closed at 4 degrees. But you can see by having that concept of the club drawing that circle around your body, if you're a slicer now swinging more out to the right, more from the inside, that's going to change your shape. Now, what if you're a golfer more like me, who doesn't tend to hit the slices, but tends to be a little bit more of the hook? So there we go. That's a very easy bad one for me. That path 4 degrees from the inside, low point 3 inches ahead, club face 5 degrees closed. And even though it's out there, you know, probably a bit more shape than I would like to see. So, again, using that little gate drill, we're now going to put a tee on the inside of the golf ball, but back towards the wall, and a tee outside. So now that gate is going much more to the left. And again, we'd set up, feel like we're going to draw that circle more left or out to in now. And again, it feels really easy with no golf ball, as does everything in life. But we're trying to keep that golf swing as simple as possible, not being too position orientated, just drawing a constant flowing motion. So we're going to set up, swing left through the gate. Definitely don't mind if you're a hooker of the ball, seeing the ball shape a little bit from left to right. We can see the path 9.6 degrees out to in, club face 11 degrees open, but a very different style of shot. And again, depending on what your natural characteristic is, it'll feel a big change, really dramatic. But again, you're not kind of painting by numbers. You're going to aim straight, swing through that gate, miss both tees. And it probably won't surprise you to know that that's very much what I would tend to work on in my golf swing. And we can see very out to in, club face a little bit open, but then a much more controllable golf shot. Now, like everything, only works, but only a good drill if you can do it without the tees in the ground. Now, you might say when on the golf course, you might pick a couple of blemishes on the grass, a divot or something to work round. But like I said, if you're a slicer of the golf ball, you're going to get that club head half a circle back, full circle round. but feel that that gait will be working more out to the right. So you can stand up there. Definitely get that ball shaping a little bit more right to left. And I always say, if I'm working with somebody who's slicing the golf ball and their bad shot is now that I'm missing left because I'm overdrawing, I love that. You can learn to dial back. And then for me, I'm going to imagine that gate is pointing to the left, draw that half circle back, full circle round, and try and hit a much more shapeless golf shot. So hopefully you can see from that video there, the golf swing can be an incredibly simple movement. I'm not saying it's easy, because if it was easy, we'd all do it great all the time, wouldn't we? But if you can get into that concept of not trying to be so perfect and textbook in every single position in the golf swing and start making more of a natural flowing movement, get that club head drawing, half a circle back, nice full circle through, then start noting the shape of the shots, because path is the biggest influence on shape, and then use the drill to counteract whatever your natural one is. You're going to start making golf nice and simple, hitting loads of good shots, and hopefully start enjoying your game more than ever. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's Friday Fix. As ever, powered by PlayersFuel. If you have, like and share the video, comment below. I'll get back to as many people as I can. There's another video just there that I hope you'll enjoy. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.